Welcome to Nintendo of America and the Unique Power of Choice Product Demonstration Seminar.
Yeah, and all that. D-U-L-L, boring, man. Hey, welcome to the Nintendo team and the 1993 Holiday Demonstration Program. I'm Ben. Nice to meet you. During this holiday season, you and your store will be representing the largest manufacturer of video games in the world. You know, Nintendo. And during this thing here with me, you'll see why 70 million other game player dudes across the world are Nintendo nutso. It's radical fun, man. But first, a history lesson.
And now, the condensed version of the history of Nintendo. 1889, Nintendo Kopai is established to manufacture Hanafuda, or playing cards, cards that are still produced today. 1959, Nintendo enters first licensing agreement with Walt Disney, producing Mickey Mouse playing cards. 1981, Donkey Kong hits the arcades. 1985, the Nintendo Entertainment System is introduced in the United States. 1987, Legend of Zelda becomes a legendary success. 1988, the very first issue of Nintendo Power Magazine is published. 1989, Game Boy is introduced, featuring the super puzzle game Tetris. 1991, Nintendo launches the Super NES 16-bit system. 1992, Mario Paint and the Super NES Super Scope are introduced. 1993, Super FX chip technology arrives. Nintendo once again leading the way into the future.
Very historical. Anyway, you've got 3 objectives. First, get each customer to buy the Nintendo system or accessories that no normal human could live without. You know, like help them make the right choice. Next, get the kids and the adults to get their hands on the cool demo units in your store. And third, answer all the questions the customer has about the competition. You know, technical stuff. Sounds like a lot, huh? Nah, chill. We got it all worked out. We'll help you. I got the action on all the key areas, like how to set up your Mario display and use your brochures, and everything you ever wanted to know about Nintendo's awesome product line. I'm also going to tell you how to fill out the paperwork. No. That's the good news. That's how to get some cash. You get to play games with the customers over the next month, and on top of it all, you even get a certificate of achievement, a really awesome piece of paper that tells everyone you represent a Nintendo, so you'll be like the envy of your entire neighborhood. Cool, huh? Oh, okay. Let's get started. You should have a bunch of stuff that came into the store in a big white box that this tape came out of. It has all your supplies in it. Tell them what to look for, Ed. That's the stuffy announcer type dude.
Thanks, Ben. A stand-up Mario standee display demonstration station with a checklist to match up to the contents. 100 of the following brochures for handouts to interested customers. The product line brochure covering Super NES, Game Boy, and the original NES. The Super NES brochure. Sports pages for customers interested in sports games. And 300 game tip sheets. A training binder with 5 laminated sheets in the back details all the key features and benefits of Nintendo's products. Make sure to read the binder after watching this video. There is also a game pack directory noting game release dates and other cool info. Review these sheets, they are handy reference tools. One-time available poster to be hung in your store window where you write in your schedule each workday. 2 of 4 different buttons to wear on your vest. 3 Nintendo Power Players guides for customer reference to attach to the stand-up Mario demonstration station. The Super Mario All-Stars Players Guide, the Street Fighter II Turbo Players Guide, and the Mario Paint Players Guide. 1 small screwdriver to adjust displays if needed. 1 vest and hat to wear while working on this job. 1 Nintendo keychain with 2 keys to open displays. 1 pocket information card to be carried for reference. 1 roll of Mario stickers for handouts to kids. A Super Mario All-Stars and NHL Stanley Cup Game Pack manual so you can show customers how to play the games. And 1 of 5 different banners.
Freeze! Ed, you forgot to tell them what they get for free. Bono gifts, dudes.
That's right, Ben. Our lucky demonstrators will also get to keep one Mario thermal travel mug and a Mario Paint pen with flashlight keychain. Mario Paint, the power to create. But that's not all. At the end of the program, they also receive the hat, the vest, the Nintendo keychain, the 2 buttons, and the stand-up Magician Mario display. All this courtesy of Nintendo, makers of the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, Super NES, the best play here. Now, back to you, Ben.
Thanks, Mr. Announcer, dude. Hey, here's a hot tip. When you go through the box of stuff, use a checkoff sheet in the setting up section of the binder to make it easy. You know, kind of like a shopping list. And hey, that's a lot of stuff. So if you're missing any of those supplies Ed went on and on about, check out the supply section of your training binder thing and dial the 1-800 number to get what you need. Also, sometime around December 1st, you'll get a box delivered that looks just like this. It'll have additional brochures and stuff to hand out, and it will also contain 2 new handouts, a cool Mario Paint handout and gameplay guidelines brochure that is geared more towards parents. It tells about how Nintendo has reduced violence in its games and about the strict standards they have to keep games fun for the family. Once you get all this stuff set up, your store's Nintendo area will look at least as good as this. Excellent, huh? Extra materials go in the back of your stand-up displays. Give them to any interested customer who's like on the fence about buying the goods. Now, these contaminated...
That's laminated.
Oh. Yeah. Cool. That's the director. These laminated sheets and the player's guides and game pack manuals are for you to spew out great amounts of info on the Nintendo goods to the customers. So read through them. Your store may have some of these decent interactive displays too that customers can play games on. If your store has one, get familiar with it and set up your Mario display stand next to it. There's a section in the manual called Displays that covers how to adjust the volume and change out game packs and stuff. That's what your keys are for. Make sure to read about the displays in your store, and if it's not working, call the number listed in that section and let them know. Now, while on the job, feel free to dress cash, but you also gotta be professional. You can wear like pants and a nice shirt or blouse for the females, and you know, shoes and stuff are required by law. You also gotta wear the vest and the hat so everyone can see you and know you're the Nintendo answer dude. Or dudette. Always keep a pen in your pocket, some of each of these brochures and tip sheets. You can wear both buttons. Cool. You're dressed, set up, ready to rock and roll. Time to party on, Wayne. First thing we gotta talk about is Nintendo's Super Nintendo Entertainment System. You know, Super NES. It's way cool, and it's the most awesome Nintendo system there is. You gotta recommend it most preeminently for anyone who wants killer graphics and an advanced system. Display? No comparison. Got over 32,000 colors. It can display more moving characters. Check it out. It has way higher resolution and Bono stereo sound. And according to one of those independent type 16-bit video game comparison study things done by some dudes named Booz Allen Hamilton Inc., the Super NES has something called direct access memory time. Kind of like the time it takes to remember that Barney wasn't in Jurassic Park. Yeah, real fast. Anyway, this memory is 88% faster than the competitors. It also can have 60% more moving objects on the screen at one time. Now that is way cool. So don't let anybody tell you Nintendo ain't best. You just show them the comparison chart you got on the back of that blue dilapidated
And laminated
sheet. It's also on the quick reference pocket info card. Now the Super NES comes in 2 different sets, the Super Set and the Control Set. The Super Set has it all. Check it out. 16-bit control deck, Super Mario World game pack, 2 high-tech controllers, and RF for the hookup to the TV. And until December 31st, customers can get the Super Mario All-Star games for free when they buy a Super Set. They just have to follow the details on the coupon. Make sure to tell all the customers that's a $60 value. By the way, there's extra coupons in your kit. Next is the Super NES Control Set. It lets the consumer who buys it decide what games and accessories to get. Make sure you have the purchaser get his favorite game to take home with this system, or they'll be real bored right away because they won't be able to play the game or anything. In this box, they get a 16-bit control deck, 1 controller, and RF for the hookup to the TV. Then you hook that up to your RV. Not! The Super NES has way cool accessories too, like the Super NES Super Scope, Mario Paint, and Super NES Cleaning Kit. You can get the Super Scope in 2 packages. The Super NES Super Scope 6 with a 6-in-1 game pack, which is way more awesome because of its great game value. 3 puzzle games and 3 space shooter games come with it. Or the Super NES Super Scope, and they can buy their own choice game like Metal Combat, Falcon's Revenge, or Yoshi's Safari. Check this out.
Now 2 can play the games of the Super NES Super Scope, Yoshi Safari, and Metal Combat Falcon's Revenge. So to prepare yourself, you might want to consider some basic training exercises.
The best way here!
Both Super Scope sets come with 6 AA batteries, though, so batteries are included.
All batteries are included. Call now.
Yeah, he likes to say stuff like that. Work with your store to set up a Super Scope that people can play. And hey, take some time yourself and learn it. You know, like research and stuff like that. You'll be way more informed. Another great Super NES accessory is Mario Paint. It's even educational and really fun. It lets kids draw their own pictures, has a zillion colors, and even has already pre-made pictures to choose from. It also lets kids animate pictures. They can make mini movies and everything. And wait, that's not all. You can even compose your music with Mario Paint. Kickin'. Mario Paint is amazing, and it comes with a Super NES mouse and a mouse pad too. Kids and parents love it. Remember, when you get your supplemental box around December 1st, it'll have these Mario Paint info sheets to hand out to customers. They're cool.
And that's not all. There are all kinds of cool accessories for the Super NES, from a variety of controllers to organizers to carry cases. Check with your store to see what they have in stock. Now back to you, Ben.
Don't forget to tell them to get a Super NES cleaning kit, too. Whew! The Super NES is an incredible product. But hey, that's not all. No way, dudes. Nintendo's got portable power. It's time for Game Boy. Check this out. Game Boy is the only truly portable game system available on the market. It has over 300 games available for the system. 50% of the players are adults. Over 12 million units sold. Wow. Everybody loves the Game Boy. Some people say they want a color Game Boy, but as soon as you explain the facts, they come to the sudden realization that Game Boy is the product they really want. Here's the truth. Color, dudes, means more poundage. Color products are like 2 times as heavy as Game Boy. Try 2.79 pounds against 10.6 ounces. Game Boy's lightness is what makes it so portable. Color means you gotta use more batteries, and more batteries often means more expensive. Game Boy uses 4 AA batteries that last for as long as 30 hours. The Color system uses 6 AA batteries and they last like 3 to 4 hours. Do the math. Game Boy also comes in 2 different packages. The Game Boy set, which is the Game Boy and Tetris, the most mind-bending and most popular puzzle game, plus a Game Link cable that lets you go head-to-head against another player and get competitive. Of course, each player has to have the same multiple-player game pack. Oh yeah, you get 4 AA batteries and stereo headphones to rock out on, too. Then, there's the Game Boy Basic set, which is perfect for people who have a lot of players to shop for. That way they can buy the game pack of their choice to play with. The Basic set comes with the Game Boy, of course, and 4 AA batteries. You gotta love this batteries included thing.
Right, Ben. Don't forget, batteries are included.
He really means it. We also have all the extra goods. You know, the accessories like AC adapter, battery pack, so you can plug the Game Boy into the AC. Then after recharging the battery pack, you're out the door for 10 more hours of non-stop game action. Hey, we don't want to forget about the one that got the whole thing happening. The NES, or the Nintendo Entertainment System. This jamming system is still happening. It's the original one, and it's got the most games. Over 600 totally cool kicking game packs. It's a lot of software. Sports, action, action-adventure, you name it, NES has got it. The name of the game is the games, right? Hey, it's also got over 75 million happy happening game players. Let's not forget about them. And now it's got 2 designs. One, the original design like this, the challenge set. This set has the 8-bit control deck, the game Super Mario Bros. 3, only the hottest selling game of all time, 2 controllers, and of course the RF and AC adapter to hook it all up. Then, there's the newly designed control deck. This system includes the same 8-bit system but with a much cooler new exterior. It's top loading, so changing games is quick and easy, and you can set it up right next to the Super NES. A new, check it out, high-tech controller, and the usual RF and AC for hookup. It shows Nintendo supports the 8-bit system all the way. New games and a new look just prove Nintendo's keeping those 8-bit players in the game. So party on. Wow, dudes, lots of product. If you have any questions on any of this stuff, call Nintendo's Consumer Service Hotline toll-free. It's in the help section of the manual. Hey, we talked setup, we talked product, let's talk games. Because like I said before, the name of the game is the games. So what's hot and new this holiday? Let's take a look, shall we? For the Super NES, there's another killer sports game to add to the lineup, NHL Stanley Cup, with the coolest Mode 7 scaling spins that track the action. Super Mario Bros. All-Stars. This game pack includes 4 games in one, a must-have for the Super Mario Bros. Enthusiast, including Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, and 3, which have been tweaked to 16-bit graphics and stereo, plus the Mondo Lost levels. This game pack is free when you buy a Super NES Superset. Mortal Kombat, the game everyone's talking about. Street Fighter 2, Turbo, radical follow-up to the intense Street Fighter. Yoshi's Safari, Yoshi's on the loose again, but this time for your Super Scope. Mortal Kombat, Falcon's Revenge, the newest and kickin'est shooter game for the Super NES Super Scope. Then for Game Boy, Kirby's Pinball. Play arcade pinball on your Game Boy. No quarter required. It's cool. Kirby's the ball. The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, based on the classic Zelda series games. Now you can take Link with you. It's 4 megs of battery-packed adventure. Portable party, dude. And for the original NES, Tetris 2. The ever-popular Russian puzzle game goes a step further. It's tough. Kirby's Adventure. It's Kirby, the floating, inhaling, enemy exhaling dude in Kirby's Adventure for the NES. Okay, now, I stocked your brain up on Nintendo. Let me update you on talking to the customers. First of all, don't be a pushy used car sales dude fast-talking customers to death. We don't want that image. Hey, that's my car. You want it?
Hey, this car is you, pal. It has your name written all over it. Not.
Don't be a pushover either. Be assertive, and hey, you're really doing the consumer a favor when you explain why Nintendo is so great. So try these simple tips. Get your store's customers rocking with your suave, bold demeanor. Be enthusiastic and talk video game fun. Don't be fake or too technical. Be real and tell them why Nintendo is so cool. Here's the really fun part. Use the hands-on demo and displays to show the people the Nintendo products. Mac gameplay action. Your store has agreed to set up a Super NES and TV for you to demo with. If they don't have a Super NES display already, make sure you have a Super NES up and running to show top games like NHL Stanley Cup and Super Mario All-Stars. Check it out. These guys will show you how it's done.
You know, I was talking to the guy over there, and he told me that there's a color portable system available.
Well, you know, color does have its drawbacks. And one of those happens to be the weight of the unit. I mean, the unit's going to weigh about 3 pounds as opposed to 10.6 ounces with the Game Boy. Also, you're going to pay a price. You're going to pay a lot in batteries, too.
Look, you got to ask questions to know what the customer is looking for, so ask. Number 1, what type of features or games are you interested in? Number 2, how old's the player? Number 3, how experienced is the player? You know, stuff like that. Take the answers and show them how Nintendo meets their needs.
Hi.
Hi.
You're the Nintendo person, right?
Uh-huh.
Great. Why are they redesigning the NES?
Well, by redesigning the NES system, Nintendo is actually showing its commitment to the 8-bit market. You can still use the over 600 games that are available for the original 8-bit system, as well as all the accessories. But it has a new top-loading feature that makes it really neat.
Great, thanks.
Hey, did you see how she did that? Check it out again.
It has a new top-loading feature that makes it really neat.
Great, thanks.
All right, now look. Use those decapitated sheets.
Man, come on, that's...
Easy, boy. I was just testing to see if you were still with me. Cool. Now look, use the laminated sheets to explain the products to the customers. The legal size yellow sheet answers tough questions. The legal size blue sheet compares our system with the competition. The blue sheet shows the Super NES games and systems, the pink sheet shows NES and Game Boy systems and accessories, and the orange sheet shows hot new titles, Mario Paint and Super FX chip info.
Hi, Nintendo, huh? Well, you know, it's getting close to Christmas, and I'm getting ready to get a game pack for my children. But I've been watching a lot of news reports on violence in video games, and I'm quite concerned about that. You know, I really want to make a good choice for them. And quite frankly, with all these reported violence and things like that, I'm just about ready to get rid of all my systems.
I understand. Nintendo's actually been concerned about violence in video games for quite some time. We actually have this brochure for parents. It details some of the things we look at when we make video games.
Wow, that's great.
All right, now listen, people. Very crucial point. Listen in.
Hi.
Hi. You know, I was talking to the other guy over there, and he told me that the other system actually is better sound, better graphics, is an overall better system, so I'm not sure which one to get.
Let me show you this comparison chart. This shows that in every category, the Super NES is superior to the competition. Not only that, but if you buy the Super NES Superset right now, you can get a free Super Mario All-Stars game pack.
Yeah, I see it does come with a game pack, Super Mario World.
Oh, that's Super Mario World that comes with the system. I'm talking about Super Mario All-Stars that comes in addition. Super Mario All-Stars is a 4-in-1 game pack valued at over $60. It has Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, 3, and the Lost Levels, never before seen.
Wow, so I get not only the one that's included with the system, but an additional one.
Yeah.
Plus, it sounds like it's a better system overall. I think I'll get this one.
Great. Don't forget your coupon.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Ben! Hey, Ben! Ben! Look, cool. Oh, dudes, remember, discussions with customers about the competition can be tricky, so make sure you don't fall into the usual traps. You don't ever want to mention the name of the competition. You also don't want to knock, degrade, insult, or make rude and unseemly noises and derogatory comments about the competition's products. Talk about all the good stuff about our products instead. You may also hear rumors. When you're out there, perceptions do not always match reality. So don't be surprised to hear these common objections or criticisms about Nintendo. Nintendo is not cutting edge or not coming out with the most advanced, coolest products like the CD-ROM. Not! Let's get real. CD-ROM, yeah, it's great for big piles of information, but Nintendo's not gonna bring out a product when there's not a way to get fast action and cool interactive fun out of it. Nintendo doesn't think CD-ROM technology offers enough to players. Yet. Hey, read my lips. CD-ROM is slow. Nintendo fans expect the best, and CD-ROM can't deliver yet. But Nintendo is on the cutting edge, actually light years beyond, dudes. In fact, with the Silicon Graphics partnership for a 64-bit system and the Nintendo hardware for the airlines happening, coffee, tea, Mario, Nintendo is going way beyond in creating fun for the future of gameplay. Check this out. Roll tape.
Once upon a time, video games were just barely video and just barely games. While hailed as an escape from board games, players found themselves bored anyway. Then Nintendo came along and redefined the category with vastly superior video, more challenging games, and just a little character. Kids couldn't get enough of Mario and his adventures, so Nintendo introduced Super NES, and Mario's 8-bit land exploded into a 16-bit world. With a devotion to consistently advanced gameplay, Nintendo has continued to break new ground with Mode 7 graphics and the Super FX chip, which delivers the most realistic action on the market today. But as a company that has always led the industry, Nintendo continues to look forward. And with an eye to the future, tomorrow begins today. Nintendo, the world's leader in video games, has joined forces with Silicon Graphics, the world's leader in visual computing, to introduce the most exhilarating, breathtakingly realistic 3D video entertainment ever witnessed. Project Reality. Leagues beyond any currently available or anticipated hardware, Project Reality will bring to home video players the same types of astounding visual effects seen in movies, like Terminator 2 and Jurassic Park. When this technology is made interactive, players won't just watch their TV screens, they'll dive headfirst right through them.
Just imagine it! Video entertainment that looks and sounds like nothing you've ever seen before. A world that is like a dream come true, that sort of takes your imagination go way off.
This kind of stuff is just rocket, and it's much better when it's fast.
It's fun, they're cool. I want to play a video game that takes me anywhere I want to go and lets me be anything I want to be. I lost my head. It wouldn't just look different, it would feel different.
Super duper sound, yeah, a lot of action, cool graphics.
We don't just want to play the games, we want to be right inside them.
That may have felt like the 21st century, but these phenomenal effects will be dazzling arcade game players this time next year. And by the end of 1995, Project Reality will be a reality to all home players as well. No other system will offer this dimension of realism. No other manufacturer can promise this scope of play. With this marriage of game-making expertise and technical wizardry, home video entertainment just took on a whole new dimension.
64-bit Nintendo in the arcades in '94 and in your house in '95. Nintendo is leading the way. Now, let's talk sports. Nintendo, short on sport? I don't think so. We've got great sport games for Super NES, Game Boy, and NES. And we're talking awesome sound and soundtracks. Better in-the-game perspective with Mode 7 scaling and rotation, more game features and options, and incredible graphics. Just look at the Super NES NHL Stanley Cup hockey. The players' movements were modeled from videos taken of actual players. So your players have all the moves and shots just like the pros. You can even save all your stats and go a full season. Need I say more? He shoots, he scores, Nintendo-Rama, making the sports games. Look, make sure to give this cool sports page to customers who are into sports. Okay, you got all that. Nintendo is truly awesome. All right, let's wrap this thing up. Now look, there's two more things you gotta know about. Number one, how to complete the forms, and number two, what to do with all this stuff at the end of the demo. Forms. You gotta complete and sign these things every day. Also, you gotta have the manager sign off on it. At the end of the program, turn your forms into your store manager. Unless you don't wanna get paid, because you get your paycheck from your store. Then, you gotta also fill out the evaluation that's in that training binder thing, fold it and drop it into the mailbox. Then leave this stuff at your store, extra brochures, sports pages, tip sheets, keys, the white and yellow copies of the reimbursement form, banners, posters, Nintendo Power Players guides, the videotape and binder, the all-star coupons and extra stickers, and the time-available poster. Now, you can keep the following, like Ed the announcer dude said before. You get the hat, you get the vest, Nintendo keychain, Mario paint, pen, and flashlight keyring, the 2 buttons, pink copy of your reimbursement form, the stand-up Mario display, screwdriver, and your Mario thermal travel mug. Oh, and whatever you don't want, you gotta destroy. So hey, party on, Nintendo demonstrators, and have a good time. Hasta Luigi, baby.
What you got?